Hello, hello, hello! Roush here, coming to you from the NLG universe. We're here for a brand new show called Breakthrough, in which the kind of forgotten about stars of the NLG roster get a chance to prove themselves. In our first match on our inaugural show, on a nice recap format, we have Jordan Xander taking on Hardcore Quinn. Neither man has really had much of a chance on the main NLG show. They both hope they can get a little bit of success here and break through, giving them a nice push up on the main roster. So they come together in the first ever match of NLG Breakthrough. It is going to be stupendous. You can see the action here. We are going to be doing a recap show. I will say that this is the first ever show of Breakthrough. In the future, the computer will not play the matches. They will be user played, but I will be commenting. Haha. And you can see Jordan Xander here takes a little bit of an early advantage. He's dragging Hardcore Quinn around however he likes. The ref's got him down one. Alright, Hardcore Quinn kicks out easily enough. We'll just be doing little snippets and clips and a quick little recap of each episode of Breakthrough. And we want to really bring you the superstars of the NLG roster that have yet to fully develop. We know what's going on up on the main roster. We know about the Dominator. We know about Vega. We know about everybody. We don't know enough about Jordan Xander or the Hardcore Quinn. And Hardcore Quinn gets a huge boot to the face as I'm talking about him. Quinn there with a big bulldog right on to Jordan Xander, bringing him down to the mat. Quinn moves in on the attack, twists the arm around. And as I mentioned, neither of these men has had much of a chance to prove themselves. They're going to use this beautiful, brand new Breakthrough arena to really launch themselves up into the limelight, hopefully achieving the success they thought they were coming into when they first signed up to wrestle here in NLG. And here is a cover from Jordan Xander. We've got another one count kick out from Hardcore Quinn. He's not going to go down that easy. Later in the match, Quinn holding his head. Huge face buster to Jordan Xander. There's the pinfall. Xander's bleeding. Xander kicks out. Xander's got Quinn up top. Big flying arm drag. Xander goes to the pin. 1, 2, and there's the 3. Jordan Xander picks up the first win ever on Breakthrough. Let's hope he carries that momentum. Our second match of the evening sees the $1 Million champion Lance Zachary taking on the Motor in a rematch from the NLG main show this past week, the one in which Lance Zachary's friend and partner, Tiger Williams, helped screw Motor out of the victory. Lance has so far started pretty well in NLG, but he's kept good company. He got in with Mr. Black early on, and as you all know, Mr. Black rewarded him by giving him the $1 Million championship strictly because he didn't already have a belt and everybody else in the stable did. That's a charmed life if I've ever heard one, Mr. Zachary. I would appreciate it while you still can. Motor, on the other hand, the guy looking to separate Zachary from any success he can get in the future, is really looking for a kickstart with Stairway to Heaven, the new pay-per-view, looming on the horizon. It will be here soon, and Motor wants to make sure that he, his bike, and his ridiculous and intimidating shoulder pads have a very, very strong presence there. So here in this grudge match on Breakthrough, you see Motor with the headlock. He's got control, throwing Lance Zachary around where he wants, and you have to wonder how strong Lance Zachary is without the backing of Tiger Williams or Mr. Black. When it's just him down here in the ring with Motor, how well can he fare? And Motor right there with a huge fist to the chest is trying to show you not too well. There's Zachary, though, answering later with a nice big suplex. He rolls over into a pin, only gets a 1 count before Motor kicks out. Motor back up on his feet, and they get into a collar and elbow tie-up, trying to determine who is the strongest, and Zachary uses quickness to get around behind. I'm going to take this time to notice that Lance Zachary has the ugliest tramp stamp in professional wrestling today. I hope his mother hates him. Zachary knocking Motor to the mat. We've got just a 1 count. Motor's not going to give up that easily. He's got a Motor inside that revs just like that of his bike, and he busts Lance Zachary open with a huge running DDT. Zachary later in the match, resting in the corner. Motor puts him up top, and he's going up after him. What kind of big move is this going to be? Is he setting up a superplex? It looks like it. He's got the head hooked. He's got the arm up. There it is, a huge superplex. Lance Zachary down into the center of the ring. That's painful to watch. 1, 2, and there's the 3 count. Motor gets the victory over Lance Zachary on Breakthrough. Beautiful. And now we've got our third match of the evening. It's a tag team match. We have the team of Ace and Alpha taking on Thunder and Youngblood. As you know, Ace and Alpha recently lost their tag team championships to these two. And they are really hoping for a chance to get them back. They're hoping that a win here gets them a little bit closer to regaining, I should say. Whereas Thunder and Youngblood are hoping that a win here puts Ace and Alpha firmly in their rearview mirror, keeping them down here on Breakthrough. And either way, this is a non-title match, but we are hoping to see some excitement regardless out of it. You see Ace and Alpha, very bright, very energetic young men. Very good double-team maneuver. They definitely have some good chemistry, but I mean, it's hard to say the word chemistry and not think of Thunder and Youngblood here in NLG. Especially Youngblood, he's had quite a few appearances up toward the main event recently on NLG programming. He seems to be a star that's really taking off here. And you have to think that the tag team titles are not where that young man wishes to stop his career. So, Ace and Alpha, on the other hand, bringing everything to the outside here along that beautiful brick wall that we have set up as our barricade. Definitely painful to get launched into. And we've launched into full-on bedlam out here. Oh, and the barricade is down! Oh, Youngblood has been driven through the barricade. And the referee is sitting at an 8 count. There is 9. And this is it. That's 10. That's the match. Ace and Alpha win a rematch not for the titles via countout. As they kill Youngblood. Putting him through the barricade. Our fourth match of the evening sees a debuting Ian Mecha making his first ever appearance in the NLG universe, taking on Azrael. This is going to be an Extreme Rules match. Mecha debuting, he's looking for a good amount of early success here in the NLG universe. He's hoping to endear himself to the fans that paid their rudimentary $2.50 for admission to Breakthrough this evening, whereas Azrael is looking for a complete turnaround and his first ever win in the NLG universe. He has certainly not had the early career here that he anticipated. He has just lost every match he's been a part of. Maybe an Extreme Rules match does not give you the best odds to win, who knows, but Azrael's looking to exploit the young talent here and show him what it is to wrestle here in the NLG universe. Still, though, Ian Mecha looks to have the advantage. You see them fighting along the outside. The chair's been introduced. Mecha's got Azrael up against the barricade, and he throws him over into the crowd. And the crowd just back away, and they seem to be booing Azrael, if anything. The poor guy can't catch a break. Back in the ring, Ian Mecha's setting a table up after knocking Azrael to the ground by hitting him in the gut with it. He's dragging Azrael over to it. What's he going to do here? He's got Azrael up. He's walking him over. There's a headbutt. And there's a big suplex through the table. Huge belly-to-belly. Unbelievable. Azrael just shattered the table. Splinters everywhere. We now fast forward. We've got a ladder set in the ring, and Mecha is climbing to the top. Azrael outside thinks he's safe. He climbs into the ring. Mecha dives. Huge crossbody from 15 feet in the air. Azrael is out. Mecha's daring him to get up. Azrael accepts the challenge, and Mecha puts him down. Big sit-out spinebuster. Here's the cover. 1. Oh, but it's a kick out from Azrael after a 1 count. You thought that was it right there. Back outside, Azrael being thrown up on top of the table. Mecha back into the ring. Knocks over the ladder. Doesn't care. Climbs the turnbuckle. Flies. Huge elbow drop through the table. Oh, the announcers had to scatter. Unbelievable. And now we're back in the ring, and they're fighting over a beer. And there we go. Mecha oh, he spits it in Azrael's face. He throws it at him. Azrael is down. He's blinded. There's alcohol and high carbohydrate tonic stuck in his eyelashes. And there's another big sit-out spinebuster from Ian Mecha. Mecha covering. Can he get a win in his first match? 2, 3. He does. The newcomer does it. Azrael is still irrelevant. Ian Mecha starts his career off right. Throwing his body around everywhere. Unbelievable carnage on display here at the first ever edition of Breakthrough. And in our final match of the evening, we have a triple threat match featuring The Show, Justice, and Angus. The Show is one of those guys out there that is just full of raw potential and is looking for the right stage to put it on display. And then Justice and Angus, we know, at Humble Beginnings, our last pay-per-view, they faced off for the hardcore title. Angus ended up winning that match, but he dropped the belt later that night to the Demon Vega and has been unsuccessful in trying to reclaim it since then. So this triple threat match is really going to help us determine, if anything, where the rankings are for that hardcore title that the Demon Vega does not look like he's going to give up anytime soon. So we fast forward, and The Show has been busted wide open by a DDT on the concrete outside of the ring as all 3 men just trade blows in chaotic fashion. Unbelievable. Justice throwing himself around. The Show gives a low blow, and Angus just slicks his hair back and checks to make sure his kilt's still on straight. There's a huge sit-out facebuster by Justice. He and Angus move in for the kill here. The Show is dazed on his feet, bleeding from his head. This is going to be a big back suplex, and it's through the announcer's table that we hastily duct tape back together after that last match. Duct tape doesn't save everything, kids. We're back in the ring later on in the match here. We've got the Show with a full Nelson locked in. Angus goes and he breaks it up successfully. Not going to let the match end on a submission that easily. Show's going to have to work a little bit harder and show that his potential isn't just raw. Angus with a huge clothesline out of nowhere on Justice. He's got the 1, the 2. Oh, and just Show just barely breaks the pinfall up. Angus is taking control here. He's got a huge neck breaker there. And there's the 3 count. He wins with a pinfall over the Show. Angus wins. He is in line. He's going to have to be the person that Vega goes through to keep his title. It's got to be. Angus needs to let Demon Vega know that he wants that belt back. And with that, this has been Roush. Here are your questions. We've had some fun. We'll see you next time.